Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Stellaris with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to what could be the very last episode of the season. The endgame crisis is almost upon us, and honestly, I have never felt less prepared. I don't think I have really played through this season that well. In comparison to the full playthroughs I've done in the past and a lot of the other just general Let's Plays, I feel like I was too slow, I was trying to figure out a lot of different things and just not really acting on them. And because of this, we're now at a point where our fleet is nowhere near the level we need it to fight off the final enemy, and on top of this, our science is nowhere near where it's needed. So, we do have the one positive of loads and loads of alloy production. Because of this, we can build up our fleet quickly, and although our ships won't be the strongest, they should be strong enough to at least hold off enemies for a while. But today, the very first thing I want to do then is start to expand our influence ever further. So at the moment, we have all of these fellows under our control. So what I want is just more people under our control. I don't want any more space. We have enough production when it comes to alloys and stuff. I just want more energy and more minerals so that our worlds can more utilize just more specialist stuff. We want even more alloys, we want even more science, especially. Now, thankfully, we do have the Colossus, and the Colossus will make wars a lot faster, because as soon as a world gets utterly obliterated, oddly enough, people tend to give up. So our very first target will be these fellows, the Monopoly, who will become yet another tributary. Then we're going off and attacking the merchant guilds over here. Now, where are... Okay, the merchant guilds are actually one of the strongest forces in the galaxy at the moment, outside of us, with decent fleet power. Well, on the upside, that does mean their economy and such are also very good, so as long as we can defeat them quickly enough, we should get a lot of economy. Also, I'm saying things weirdly. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit nervous, honestly. So with that, I'm currently upgrading my ships so that they can have all the new lovely shields and stuff we got in the previous video. And I just need to make sure all of our worlds are upgrading nicely. You're just provoking me at this point, Mr. Monopoly. Really? You're going to up crime on the font of knowledge, whilst we have our legions right here. I mean, I respect the bravery, but there's a fine line between bravery and stupidity. Okay, so our admin cap is now growing. I've tried to speed up our population growth again, which is costing us a lot of food. But everything's looking better now. Our fleets are growing, and they're just about to finish upgrading. We've got a new fleet down here as well, so we're going to have about 300k force power total very soon, which isn't enough to fight an endgame crisis, but it is enough to fight off at least one of their fleets. Doesn't sound like much, but that is a tipping point. As soon as you can start killing them 1v1, you can start forcing them back into an area, or at least not being overwhelmed instantly. Feeling a little bit more confident, only a few more years since the last clip. A little bit more confident. Not massively so. How do I keep on forgetting to turn on this? It's one button, and it's a plus 25% population growth. Yeah. Lots of little misplays, I feel like, this season, which has added up to me being in a much weaker position than I should have been. Which is really annoying, because I can see all the problems I'm causing, but it's a bit too late for that now. Yeah. So here's the really annoying thing. I've been waiting around a while now because, well, a lot of the other empires have gone to war. The problem is, these are the empires I currently want to turn into our tributaries, because I want the resource, but I don't want the extra empire sprawl. But now I'm just sitting here waiting, and it's getting really boring. I definitely have the fleet power to attack them. In fact, I have way over 300,000. These are my 3 main fleets. I have 2 other fleets currently being made, and I'm just waiting around, not able to really do anything. Admittedly, the science is increasing. We've gone up to now 15k, which is better than it was a moment ago, which is nice. So, who on earth could I actually attack? Well, no one really of importance. So, either we wait around and just continue to improve our planet, which is fine, or we go with total war and we take out the Monopoly, we get a few new planets which we can turn into resource planets, and we also get the ability to remove all of the branch offices, which of course are the criminal branch offices, which are causing crime and all sorts of problems on our main planets. Also, it means I can finally use the Colossus. And that alone has convinced me. Yep, we are going to simply destroy this empire. I'm afraid I've got very bored of just waiting.
We have declared war, because some people have to learn the hard way.
Okay, let's get this started then. One fleet to every section here, then meet up again and take out their main section. We will simply destroy any worlds we find. Well, not every world, at least one world. The rest of the worlds we'll probably keep, you know, for us. But some of them. Just some of them. So, most likely, I am actually going to simply destroy most of these planets. The reason is they have a decent ground force, we can't really instantly attack them, which is really annoying, but I can, of course, just steal some of their population. So maybe we'll keep one or two of the planets. This one, on the other hand, is definitely being destroyed, and it's because it turns out most of the other empires were at war with these fellows. If we destroy them, they're no longer at war, and thus we can take over everything. Well, I'm afraid, lads, you are gone. Lovely. Now, what's this planet like? Is it easy to take, or will it pose a threat? Not the most difficult in the world. Yeah, maybe we'll go for that one. Okay, so grab the first planet, and yeah, they really wanted trade value with this, didn't they? So, what are we going to do with this? I'm thinking about just converting it into a giant city, making it more specialized, then moving the workers elsewhere. There are plenty of planets right now, especially these colonies over here, which would really, really benefit from just more workers. So, move the workers out, start population growth normally. Most of our planets still need our main species, though, so I don't really have any to spare. So, essentially, I am breaking this planet down, instantly converting it into a giant city, and then that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So this is going to take a little while, whilst I move our people over to all of these planets. It just took so long to get all of those new workers to their new planets. So to make things easier, why not just turn planets into minerals? Fine.
Research complete.
Lovely.
Construction complete.
I believe they have just one world left, so let's grab all of this, then we can start making plans to attack their neighbours. Moments in, already positioning to destroy a planet. Ooh, very heavily populated planet at that. Okay, lovely. One of our fleets here is also going to be attacking all of this section, so we get all the occupation bonus. This shouldn't be as long as I originally thought it was going to be, which is very, very nice for us. We do not want a long, drawn-out war. Do they have any L-gates? They do, so one problem is they may attack our L-gate. Might need to send someone to defend that then. Yep, seems reasonable. As I zap away at our enemies, I've now realised something. None of our fleets are currently optimised to defeat any of the different endgame crisis events. I'm really glad that I took Defender of the Galaxy. Look at all those misses! That is why Corvettes are very, very powerful. Unless you have decent tracking, well... Well, either way, there goes one of their fleets. Let's start heading towards their capital. Yep, that was loads of war exhaustion. Lovely. Thanks, Colossus. Let's ignore the fact I just missed the explosion there because I pressed the wrong button.
Spaceport under attack. Spaceport under attack.
Then out of nowhere, Federation fleet. That's a lot of green. They have more ships, but our ships are higher quality. I have no idea which is better. Though I do suddenly wish we had more corvettes in this fleet. And some point defense. Okay, we were victorious. Lovely. Now that should... Wow, really close now to winning. So let's just grab all the regular systems. We can ignore the planets for the most part. So let's just go ahead and do that. We have a second fleet now over here, since originally we had two there. One of them diverged off. You are attacking all of that. That's great. You can grab all of that and then go to the right. You can go to the left. Yep, this is now pretty much a guaranteed victory. Just focus on getting systems. And keeping those systems. The best possible outcome. Okay, so we now have them under our control. In a second, we'll get to their energy and minerals. Lovely, we're now in the positive once again with our energy. And we've almost got 2,000 minerals per month as an income. We really need to start spending those. Okay, ships, let's go home. Because some of you still need to upgrade. And then, I guess we'll just wait until we can go to war with someone else. Now, you there, Hive Mind, do you have any allies? No, you don't. Are you at war? Yes, you are. That's annoying. Either way, we'll be looking at either the Hive Mind or these fellows over here for our next target. Here's looking at you. Now that that war's over, what are our next goals? Well, first of all, we need to destroy this, the Void Cloud. As soon as we do that, we'll get access to some debris, which will give us access to the research, which will give us Cloud Lightning. Now, Cloud Lightning is a slightly, well, actually, it's a very low DPS large weapon, which completely ignores shields and armor. Essentially, it's the large variant of the Disruptor, and it's really, really good when stacked on battleships. That, along with the Spinal Mount weapon, which does the same sort of thing, the Arc Emitter, I believe it's called, it means our battleships are then very good versus, I believe, either all of the endgame Crisis events, or at least most of them. Because lots of them stack shields and lots of them stack armor, but don't have that much hull. So going straight for the hull is normally the way to go. So because of this, what we really need to do now is focus on that sort of thing for all of our ships. So we want disruptors, we want missiles, we want the Cloud Lightning, arc emitters, stuff like that, which just completely ignores most of the enemy's defenses. Now, if there is an enemy type which really heavily favors hull, that's going to be terrible. But off the top of my head, I can't think of any, so we are continuing with that in mind. On top of that, all I need to do is continue to improve our energy production and our science. At the moment, our science isn't increasing too quickly, however, I've just started loads of work on loads of our planets, which should speed that up significantly. So, soon, more science, better suited ships, we already have loads of alloys, we have loads of shipyards, which is the main strength of this empire. I honestly think we're going to do just fine, but it's going to be a rough start depending on when the enemy first spawn in. If we get another 10 plus years, we're going to be in a much better position because it means I could have retrofitted all of our ships to a more anti-endgame crisis state. Okay, that's a bit of a rant. Let's get going. And
construction complete. Research complete.
There we are. We now have Cloud Lightning, which is fantastic, and because of that, we really do need to focus on our energy weapons. So, into ship designers, straight into our battleships, and lightning. Oh, lightning, 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 lightning. Lovely. I think I'm just going to stay balanced, though, when it comes to shields and armor. The reason is The Scourge are really, really, really good versus enemies with too many shields. Whereas things like the Unbidden will absolutely shred you if you only have armor and no shields, or at least low shields. So I'm thinking just everything else stays as it is. Oh, that's going to be so stupid. We could have destroyers using Cloud Lightning. I mean, I have to. Just think about how much lightning we could bring to a fight if even our destroyers are using them. Yes. One more of our worlds is now a glorious city. And we have 2 more already converting, so soon we should have a lot more stuff. More energy weapon damage, thank you very much, and I've just realised I've spent so much on kinetic damage and I'm not using any kinetic weapons anymore. Well, that was a bit of a dumb thing, wasn't it, Lathrix? Yes, it was Lathrix, I agree, Lathrix. At least me and Lathrix can agree that Lathrix is a bit of a dum-dum sometimes. We bond over things like this, you see. Glorious. More of our planets are looking, well, pretty darn polluted, honestly.
Construction complete.
And I'm completely okay with that. We're about to hit 20k research, so the research growth has massively increased from earlier. It's all looking pretty good. Still upgrading a lot of our ships, though. Not all of them are currently complete. And we are currently making loads more battleships, really focusing on battleships right now. We want as much damage to the enemy hull as possible, and battleships just seem the better option for this. Plus, they bring the most lightning, and that makes me happy. So many gas refineries, but on the upside, that means we're buying less and less of them, even though we're making loads more of the high-end tech buildings. We're now at 21k research, and it's increasing even faster now. We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. I feel way more confident than at the start of this episode. Yet another world, now encased. A little while later, now in the year 2418, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fleets, the weakest of which is over here, and honestly even that one isn't too weak, and all of the ships are made to fight the endgame crisis. I feel much more confident now. Every time I've came back after another clip, I felt a little bit better, and now I feel like we are definitely in the right place. However, I am really running out of time. I've just looked at the time, and all of the micromanaging of putting all the people from one planet to another, which is so boring you never see it in the videos, well, I've been here for hours now, and I have really ran out of time, so I'm afraid it may be a shorter than usual video. I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked at the editing yet. But I feel like a lot of stuff has got done. We can easily take out another empire if I feel like we need the resources, but honestly, right now, I feel like just ensuring that all of our planets keep on upgrading at this pace, we get more and more alloys, more and more science, we should really be in a great position. I don't really need the minerals or the energy, so I feel like attacking the other empires is just a waste of time and resources. Although, we are the Bloodbound. We really should be doing that anyway. Well, either way, we'll see you in the next video, so thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff, helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stellaris is a series you wish to see continued in the future. In the next episode, which will most likely be the last episode, we'll see which crisis is going to befall us. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.